Hey everybody, it is Jason from the Texas Gun Vault 2. I'm out here in the garage about to clean a CZ97B because I'm going to do the garage portion of the range report today. And before I take a picture for the thumbnail, I want to clean it up after getting it to the range. But I wanted to take this opportunity while I was out here in the garage to answer the one question I got in my last Q&A, and that comes from my friend Matt Moore. And he asked me, have I seen the new Cobra Kai movie? Or I'm sorry, not the Cobra Kai movie, the Cobra Kai series, which is the, I guess, continuation of the Karate Kid movies. And the answer was no, and was I planning on watching it? And the answer was yes. And in fact, he even upped his Patreon to kind of help me out and says, hey, if you watch this, I'd love to know your thoughts. Well, I was going to start watching it this week, but I did not get around to it because we had some family stuff, but I am going to watch it. So the answer is yes. Now, some of you guys might laugh at me because I have never actually seen the original Karate Kid movies. I just never watched them as a kid. I guess it just never really interested me. But I do know that they are a cultural phenomenon. So I do know that I need to watch them. And he says that if you watch the show, you don't really need to go back and watch the movies. But I've watched a synopsis of the movies, so I know what generally happens. So that was the one question. If you guys have any questions for me, and it does not have to be gun related, you just want to know something about the Texas Gun Vault, or me, or how I plan out videos, or whatever it is. If you want to know something behind the scenes, this is the place to do it. Just post in the comments what you would like to ask me. You know, what I think about certain guns, or the future of this or that, or things that I might not always answer on the main channel. Okay, so that's number one. So there you go, Matt. Number two, I want to respond to a comment, because I like to do this over on this channel. And I had a comment on, man, it was an old video. I want to say it was, I have to think about it here without looking it up. It was on was it a Mark 18 video? No. Oh, I know what it was. It was my What to Buy Before November video, which I'm surprised people are still watching. But I guess with everything going on, people are watching that. It was on binary triggers. And the person is, I guess, one of these, I'm not saying this in a disparaging way. They're a know-it-all, okay? I know that we've all been there. But he's a know-it-all. And so in that video, I show off my Seekins Precision SBR build in 300 Blackout. And the thing that I know that some people will criticize my main videos on is that they'll say, Jason, you talk too much in the beginning, you care too much about what people say, and you have too much, kind of forward information, too much preferential information in the beginning. Because you'll say stuff, I know this, I know that, don't respond in the comments about this particular thing or whatever. And sometimes I do, and sometimes I don't do those things. And on this video, I guess I didn't do that thing. So I didn't talk about, hey, I know that this is an SBR, I have a tax stamp for it, and you don't need to tell me in the comments about what it is, because I know what it is. So I didn't do that. And I guess I just assumed that for the most part, people that follow my channel know that I'm into NFA stuff. I talk about NFA stuff and the legalities and how to remain compliant with, all the laws and all that kind of stuff, even though I don't necessarily agree with them. But anyway, this guy, I don't know, I guess he's kind of a snitch, because he thought he was all proud of himself. He goes something to the effect of, see, you got an SBR there, or no, I sure hope you have a tax stamp for that gun, because that's what's called an SBR. And then he writes it out, short-barreled rifle. You're a felon if you don't. And it's like, well, first off, if you're a member of the gun community, if I see somebody shooting a short-barreled rifle, I always assume they have the tax stamp. It's none of my business. I don't care if they do. I don't care if they don't. And I'm not going to bring it to someone's attention. I'm not going to be like, hey, everybody, here's this. He could be a felon. None of my business, right? So, because the only person actually legally that can ask you to see your tax stamp is an ATF officer. Not even a law enforcement officer can ask you because it's legally a tax return. So, yeah. So anyway, I replied to him and go, you obviously don't watch my channel, because I think right now I have 37 tax stamps, 37 NFA items between short barrel rifles, short barrel shotguns, silencers, all that kind of stuff. I mean, I know what I'm talking about. You guys know I know what I'm talking about. But man, he thought he got me. He was like, ha ha ha, I'm going to show you how much I know, because I probably just learned about the NFA about 3 days ago. And I guess he's a snitch. Kind of a thing where I'm going to make it known so you get in trouble. I don't know. It's so silly and so stupid. But anyway, they're out there. I just wanted to respond to that because I replied to him, and as I said, you obviously don't watch my channel at all. Don't make a fool of yourself. And I said, I own SBSs, and then I spelled it out for him like he spelled it out for me: short-barreled shotguns and any other weapons, AOWs and DDs, destructive devices. I talked about, I'm very aware of the 34 National Firearms Act, the 68 Gun Control Act, the 1986 Firearm Owners Protection Act. I'm very familiar with all of that. Okay? So anyway. Anyway, so that's what was bothering me this week, and the comment I wanted to reply to. He wasn't necessarily mean to me. He just thought he was a know-it-all and was teaching me something and trying to either snitch on me or save me or show how much he knows. But I got tax stamp for that, Like, come on. Anyway, that's what's been going on there. So I just wanted to respond to that. So anyway, if you guys have any questions for me, anything you want to know about, put it in the comments, and I'll reply to the next frequently asked questions, or the Texas Gun Vault, I guess the question of me of the week, or whatever I call these. I forgot. Anyway, I know some of you guys are wondering, yes, I'm actually cleaning the magazines, because these magazines are definitely dirty. You need to take apart your magazines if you can from time to time, and you'd be surprised how much gunk actually gets built up in one of these things. So anyway, there you go. I got to get filming my 97B. And by the way, you guys weren't any help on finding that handguard. But I do appreciate, in my last video, the people that did look. I still got to reply to a couple of emails. I think my friend Joe replied. But I already knew all that information, and the thing he sent me I'd already seen. You don't get all the specifics when it comes to the specs. So I really do appreciate it, though. But anyway, that's about all I got to say about that. I answered a question. So somebody asked, replied to a comment, cleaning a gun. What else? Anyway, that's it. So, if you have any questions for me, as I said, it does not necessarily have to be gun related. It can be just, hey, what sports do you like? I'll give you a clue. I don't watch sports ball. I don't know anything. If you ask me who plays, name one player that plays for the local sports team, the Dallas Mavericks, I can't name one. If you ask me to name one player that plays for the Dallas Cowboys, I can name Dak Prescott, who I think is the quarterback. And the only reason I know that is because he lives next door to one of my students, and he lives in this area. And his dad used to live in an apartment complex, like right outside my neighborhood. And I would see his dad walking, and we would talk to him when we were walking on this thing called the Greenbelt, the Frisco Greenbelt. So that's how I know about him. I have met people like Emmitt Smith. I know he used to play for the Cowboys, and I met him through performances. I'm a musician. Then I met charity events and that kind of stuff. But I can't name anybody that plays for the Texas Rangers, which they're baseball, right? Yeah, they're baseball. So that's all I know. So I can't name anybody. So don't ask me about sports, because I don't know anything about sports. Oh, Dallas Stars? That's hockey, right? Yeah, I don't know anything about hockey either. I like hockey because I like to see guys out there beat each other up, But I'd go to a game, but I just don't care about sports. I'm just too busy. I don't know how people get all the stuff done around the house that they do, between like outside, like, landscaping and stuff. I barely have time when it comes to work. I come home, I'm tired, I want to film a video if I have time for the Texas Gun Vault. I got stuff to do when it comes to my own paperwork, when it comes to my own job. I got to invoice people. And then I got to go to bed because I got to wake up and do it all again the next day. I don't know how people have time to do anything else. I just don't get it. And I feel like I'm a hard worker. So anyway, that's what's going on. So once again, questions, message me, or sorry, just put it in the comments of this video, and I'll answer it next time, okay? So let me know what you think in the comment section below. And as always, thanks for watching.